What's up, everybody? Welcome to the second episode.
Ooh, episode 2. Let's go, baby.
Of Track Talkers.
Hey, we made it.
We've made it to episode 2. Let's go. I'm really excited about this.
Deuce. The next episode's Trace. That's my episode.
Ooh, this is
you guys
Deuce.
you guys better be ready.
Well, we're talking about St. Louis Supercross, everything St. Louis Supercross.
Triple Crown.
Getting it in-depth, getting some in-depth action on what's going on. A lot to talk about this weekend.
Yeah. I mean, we go in depth and then a lot of surface bullshit. So, we keep it fun, keep it light around here if you guys are just joining us.
Yep. But the very first thing.
Well, let's, for our first viewers, why don't you just break down the whole show for them?
Okay. So we're going to go through Fantasy Supercross with Pulp MX, and then we're going to do my segment called Lit Kit. We're going to cover this weekend. We're going to cover Triple Crown, 250, and 450, everything you need to know. After that, we're going to do a segment called That Dog.
Woo, 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 woo.
Yep, that's the guy on the weekend that just had that extra grit and that dog in him. And then for the very last segment, what's it going to be, Ty?
It's going to be, does the zebra keeps his stripes or lose his stripes?
Does the zebra, you've been watching too many commercials with bro.
Keeps.
Does the zebra keep or lose his stripes? All right, well.
One of my favorite segments.
I love it. Let's get right into it. Fantasy Supercross.
Oh, how'd you do? Because I don't even know.
Bro,
I did not do good.
192, bro. These are the
really?
Weekends, yes, bro. These are the weekends I usually shine because with the Triple Crown, I get the FFLs and I kill it. But, dude, I did not get either FFL. I went for FFL first to the finish line.
If you didn't pick Levi Kitchen for the FFL, you weren't getting it.
That's exactly what I mean. And I thought this was a breakthrough weekend for RJ because he had won here in the past. RJ is usually really good at starts. So I was like, okay, RJ, I'm going to pick you for first to the finish line on Pulpermex Fantasy. And I picked him, and Levi got all 3 first to the finish line. And then I went with what I personally thought would be a solid second pick in the 450, and that was Jet Lawrence. And Jet also didn't get first to the finish line in any of them. And there's no way I was picking Tomac.
Right?
From the
season he's had?
Yeah, the second guy I would have picked for, first to the finish line in Pulp MX would for sure be Ken Roxon, and he was nowhere near.
Yeah. Talk about 2 bad weekends for Kenny. Not bad weekends, but just rough weekends.
Yeah, just not the weekend he was looking for. Bike smoking. He made the super save.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I mean, he was running on his bike on the side and then side saddled that thing and then got back on. And then, unfortunately, if you guys don't follow Twisted Development or PMG Suzuki, he pierced a hole in his radiator.
Yeah, but they said they switched the bikes.
From race 1 to race 1 to race 2.
Yeah, but dude, a radiator does not take that long to fix. We'll get into that. We'll get into that later. Let's get to fantasy picks. 250 SX. I went Talon Hawkins, Cole Thompson, Levi Kitchen, and Max Miller. Talon Hawkins barely squeaked by making the Triple Crown.
Pick before the LCQ or after?
After.
I know. I should have reevaluated my team after the LCQ.
Yeah, and I was waiting because I wanted to see how Talon did because he was so close and he's been racing well.
Yep.
So I went Talon Hawkins. He ended up getting me 44 points.
I know he ended up riding really good.
Like really
in the
good.
main event. Like,
yes.
Very impressive.
Cole Thompson got me 11 points, and it was between him and Robbie Wageman I was going to pick.
Yep, I picked Robbie. I didn't pick Robbie, actually.
And Robbie, I think, got a low score as well. What did Robbie get?
Robbie got 9 points.
That's what I mean. So either way I went there, I was going to shit the bed.
Yep.
And then Levi Kitchen got me a good, solid 25.
Ooh.
And then Max Miller actually did pretty good and got me a 32.
Yeah, I missed the Max Miller pick. He was not even on my radar. I went Lux Turner. I thought he would, after his qualifying And I thought, after Seattle, I thought he was going to kind of get warmed up and break out, but it was just, rookie mistakes, getting teed up, and just, he was up front in one of the races. He didn't even get
teed up in the first race. It was race 2.
Yeah, race 2, where he didn't really get teed up, but he felt the pressure of Nate Thrasher.
No, it was Jordan Smith.
No, it was Nate Thrasher, dude.
No, there was 2 guys in the corner where, it was. It was Jordan Smith and Ryder DeFrancisco in race 2 where Jordan Smith cut down. I will pull up the footage. Jordan Smith cut down and fucking
because what place was Jordan Smith in?
3rd on the first lap.
And what place was Lux Turner in?
4th.
Yeah. And then how does Jordan Smith mess with Lux Turner in 4th?
Because
Nate Thrasher was in 5th.
Ryder D cuts down. Ryder D cuts down. Watch the footage, bro. I can't.
Adam.
Oh my God, I can't wait to. Oh my God, I can't wait to pull this up and prove you wrong.
Bro, you're so full of shit, dude. Okay, this is how it went. Jordan Smith,
dude,
jumps. Lux Turner is behind him.
No, bro.
And Lux feels Nate Thrasher on the inside of him and cuts down and then slides and then high sides on the berm.
No, bro. It's almost the same thing that happened to Jet. Ryder D cuts down because Smith is going for the pass. I'm going to pull it up. Okay. Anyways, go for the rest of your picks. I'm pulling it up right now.
I picked Lux Turner. That got me 9 points. Hunter Yoder with 28 points. Ryder DeFrancisco, 34 points. And
that was a big score.
And then RJ Hampshire, 20 points. So my 250 team was kind of on the low side. I think Lux could have scored me a lot more points. And then, I guess I wasn't too far off.
Okay, hold on.
What, am I right? Am I right?
I think we're both right. So
what?
Tell me.
No, one can only be right.
No, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think.
I told you what I thought.
Okay, look at this, though. Watch them right here. So he comes into the corner, and the only reason Lux has to break that hard is because Ryder D.
Lux is behind Jordan Smith right now.
Yeah, now watch Jordan Smith and Ryder D. Watch them.
They jumped the triple. Jordan Smith is on the inside.
Now watch those two slow down where Lux can't go up the berm where he wants to go, and he slides and makes a mistake. Did that happen, yes or no?
Yes, it did happen, but who else?
Let's go! What? I will say Thrasher was on the inside, so that's why he had to go to inside.
Causes Lux Turner to go inside, because if Nate Thrasher wasn't on the inside, Lux would have went outside and not made the mistake.
Bro, we're going on a rant. I'm just saying.
I fucking won.
No, you didn't. Not even dude. Okay, all you people.
I just want to let everybody know this is what my childhood looked like. Okay, Adam Antignap talking over me, and where you guys can't hear me. I just want to let that be known.
Okay.
Put it in the comment section that Adam Antignap talks over his little brother and doesn't let him speak.
Okay, put in the comments below. Is Tyler right or am I fucking right?
And we're going to go through and tally them up next week.
Yes, and we're going to tally them up and see who's right on this situation.
God, this is a horrible podcast. We talk over each other a lot.
Okay, 450. Webb, 25 points. Picked him. Justin Hill, 32 points. Oldenburg, oh my God. I thought he was going to do good. He got me 11 points.
If he didn't just totally case the triple and then roll over in embarrassment after that, he would have had a really good night.
I know he would have. But
is that I mean,
dude, that was rough. Though.
Yeah, it was super rough. That's the last thing anybody wants to do.
Yeah.
In getting a good start in the 450 class, you take a breather, and then all of a sudden you mistime a triple that all of us do, every single one of them, and you just do it on the.
He really mistimed it, bro.
Framed it. Framed it.
Bad.
Luckily, he has Supercross suspension.
So, and then the last pick I had was Cade Clayson, 26 points. Not great, but not bad.
So, yeah, my 450 team actually, the guys that you would have thought that I didn't get points from, I did. And then then the points that you would thought I would got points from didn't. So I'll explain that. So Benny Bloss, leading my team 30 points.
See, I was gonna pick Benny Bloss,
Ooh.
but I picked him last week.
And then our Malcolm Stewart leading my team 32 points. Benny Bloss got 30 points. So like those guys haven't been performing this year on fantasy, and then they pulled through for me. And then
come up.
And then Mitchell Oldenburg, 11 points, kind of dropped the ball. And then Jet Lawrence.
Oh, you went Oldenburg too?
Yep. And then Jet Lawrence, 14 points.
Oh,
with no FFLs.
Ouch.
Yeah, rough.
Who'd you pick for FFLs, or did you not?
I didn't even pick FFLs.
Dang.
I dropped the ball.
Yep. Okay, well, that's fantasy.
That's
I got a
fantasy.
192.
Hopefully next week.
What'd you end up with?
178.
Oh,
yeah,
dude,
rough.
Your boy is number 100 overall right now.
Shout out Josh Hansen.
Oh, shout out Hanny, my boy.
Not Burdone. Hansen.
Yeah, Hansen. We're from that era. Okay, on to the next segment. Lick it.
Oh, God.
Okay, we got Juju in the O'Neal red, white, and blue.
I like it.
We got Malcolm Stewart with the white and black 7 gear with the orange accents. And the orange accents on the CD boots.
Yeah, 7 does a good job with like collabing with Garnet and Shoei and
doing
a full kit.
7 is he's CD now. So
CD.
Yeah, CD boots.
Oh, got you.
He doesn't use Garnet anymore. Joe Shimoda with that custom Fox Honda kit.
That looked
rad.
Good. Yep.
Rad. Cooper Webb. I really loved this kit from the first time I saw it with the Star Racing team.
Yeah.
But I particularly liked it with the blue boots. And I don't know, it just looked good this weekend for some reason. And then the butt patch did it for me. The hardest wood in North Carolina, I think is what it said. The hardest wood in North Carolina.
If you guys haven't seen that butt patch, go to Instagram. I think it's on Cooper Webb's Instagram.
Yeah.
And check it out because it's funny. I didn't see it until my brother showed me. And it's definitely a good laugh. So go check that out.
And then Jay Coop with the purple gear, with that orange, yellow, and purple stuff, Alpenstar.
I'm surprised
Dude,
he got the gear to match those purple boots.
No way. It had purple in the gear, bro.
No, but I know, but I've seen I feel like I've seen the purple boots way before I seen the purple Alpenstar gear, and they usually come out but a set of gear and Alpenstar boots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Alpenstar does a good job, though, on matching their boots with their gear.
They're definitely one of the only, I feel like, gear companies that makes
color codes the whole nine. Mm-hmm. But they have, Fox does it as well, but I feel like Alpenstar does a better job at advertising it and then making it very special. You know what I mean? And then the last guy, your pick.
Levi Kitchen, dog. His kit was lit. I don't know if it was just because he was out front every single race and he just looked Kevin Windham-ish, super lanky and just silky smooth. But with
he looked on point.
Dude, his Fox gear that was all black and green, and then it went white into the sleeves, and then he had white gloves on, and then the Monster Energy helmet, I felt like it just had a little bit more neon green in it.
Yeah.
More than what they usually run, and it just popped. Yep. I loved it.
Yep. All right. So I'm going. I know this is going to be unpopular opinion, but this is my top 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Juju Beaumer and O'Neal is number 1.
Okay.
Jay Coop, Justin Cooper, in the Alpenstar.
A little funky, but I can get with it.
Number 2. And number 3, just because I had one back in the day, I love the Honda jersey that Joe had. I just thought it was super clean.
You are trippy.
Dude, I know Kitchen's kit was sick.
Did you look at guys? He wasn't even considered Kitchen until I said something.
I know, but dude, the reason that I wasn't considering Kitchen, and this is why, this was my reasoning, is because
he's too damn good.
No, is because Pro Circuit has their Pro Circuit kit. It doesn't change that much.
I felt like something was a little bit different this round. or I just noticed it more because he was out front.
I mean,
I definitely
you
know
know, it's just like
I definitely
the
know what
same
you're saying.
thing.
But like with us not going to the races anymore, like we don't see everybody's kit round after round where we can see like the designated kits for St. Louis or Daytona or Indianapolis and stuff like that unless they're highlighted on social media.
True.
So that's why I brought up Kitchen, because he definitely deserves a mention because the kit was sick. He matched the gloves. I love how like the gear was all like black and green and then it went into like white and then he wore the white
don't
gloves.
get me wrong. The kit is honorable mention.
Well, this is what we should do, okay?
Okay.
Our YouTube fans, we're going to put up the pictures, right?
Yes, we are.
So look at the pictures, comment your favorite rider or your favorite kit, and then we'll go through the comments and we'll
you guys can say whatever you want to say, but it is Juju in the O'Neill, then J. Coop in the Alpenstar with the purple gear. It was fantastic. And Joe Shimoda with the Honda wings coming up the side. I mean, dude, the accents from the boots to the jersey to the Honda wings on the side, it just looked so clean and professional.
Cool, dude.
What's your top 3?
Levi Kitchen.
That's number 1.
Yes.
Okay.
Joe Shimoda.
Ooh, that's 2.
Yep.
No honorable mention at all for Webb.
No.
Okay.
And then Juju Belmare.
Okay, so why Juju?
Because I felt like his white kit with the St. Louis dirt and that like orange dirt really like made it pop.
Dude.
And
it looked clean.
Yes. It looked really clean.
It just looked clean. And two, he was out front for a little.
And I felt like it matched the Red Bull helmet pretty damn good.
Dude, it was like perfect.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's sometimes like, same with Joe's kit, like it's sometimes hard to like match the designated
black
energy drink,
yeah,
energy drink helmet.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I give props to O'Neill and Red Bull and just mixing up with that kit and Joe kit. And too, like we got to give all the lights kid loves. We can't just do 450 all the time.
True. Okay, so Juju gets 2 votes. Joe Shimoda gets 2 votes. Levi Kitchen 1 vote. J. Coop
1 vote.
1 vote. So that means Juju does take the cake. Joe gets second. And then you guys tell us what you think. Is it Justin Cooper or is it Levi Kitchen for 3rd?
Hey, let us know.
Like and subscribe and then comment. What up? Okay, moving on. Oh, what a weekend, bro.
Oh, my God. If you guys didn't watch the race, you guys are...
You guys, what was that time?
Hey, I don't know if I could say that on the podcast.
Yeah, I don't know either. We shouldn't. Let's just leave it at that. If you guys didn't watch the race, you are sucky, bro.
Sucky.
You are sucky. Okay, first race, bro. Joe Shimoda comes out blasting hole shots, blows the first turn. Blows the first turn.
Hey, could you say excited?
My boy Joe was hyped. Okay, so blows the first corner. Then that lets Juju and Kitchen get around the inside, and then Juju goes just ballistic.
It was like a teppanyaki grill all up front, dude.
Straight up.
There was
bro.
5 or 6.
Bro,
you know,
we had
everybody
at
the table.
We had some Juju sauce. We had Joe Shimoda. You know what I mean?
Chopping it up.
Yeah, chopping it up. Like we had the whole teppanyaki grill out front,
we
bro.
had everybody up on the front seat.
But with that being said, dude, Juju's the real deal.
Hey,
I was afraid, like, after the first round.
Do you know how old he is?
How old?
17.
Oh, my gosh.
Bro.
Like, everybody's on the Deegan train, which I'm choo-choo.
Yeah,
I'm on that
same
thing.
here.
You know what I mean? Choo-choo.
We're down with Deegan.
Yeah, down with Deegan, down with the militia. But Juju's the real deal, bro.
Yes.
Juju is the real deal.
Absolutely. If he keeps on this projection and then he's going to even loosen up a little bit more on outdoors just because he's an amateur rider and that's what he's been growing up and doing. But, we're seeing another, good rider develop right in front of our eyes, and it's fucking awesome to see.
And let me tell you and all you why Juju's so good.
Let's hear it, Adam.
Okay? This is my expertise.
Lay it on me.
Juju is so good because Juju doesn't give a fuck who's on the track.
I know. He raced hard.
Dude, he passed Kitchen back. Like, never heard of her, bro.
Yeah, he just saw like opening and he saw Kitchen mess up a little bit. And he was like, I don't think I've seen a pass here all day, but he left the door wide open and
see ya.
Right through it.
And that's what he's doing that makes him so special is that he is just riding to the best of his ability. And for a rookie to literally not see a name on the back of that jersey is insanely hard.
And on top of it, like, just to not get into a situation where he looks like he's like
over the top, wide open, hamshiring.
Or even like rookie like Jet Lawrence, like getting himself into some scenario
where he
that
wheelies off the freaking dragon's back or endos into the double when he's trying to win. Like he has the maturity and the control to not just.
Yeah, like this is my top speed. I'm gonna do this for as long as I can, and then if I get freight trained and pass by 5 dudes, all right, that's the best I can do tonight,
dude. We're saying that like it's nothing, and that is like the hardest thing to do in the world.
It's so huge.
When you have that much adrenaline and that much
testosterone,
and the heart rate is that high, to be able to logically be like, okay, I know my ego is telling me right now that I need to just go and I have an opportunity to just smoke these guys, and I'm here doing it now. I'm just going to save it for next moto. Because I'm a rookie, I want to make it through the season, and I'm just going to do the best I can with where I'm at right now.
Yeah, he's obviously not thinking that in the moment, but he's definitely getting there, and he's making smart decisions.
I think he is at that spot. I think he's in a spot where in his rookie season, he is able to think pretty clearly while he's racing to where he can make other decisions than the decisions that have to be made on the track.
I think he's realizing that after the fact because the competition in that kid is like, God damn, bro, I just got passed by 5 dudes in 3 corners.
Yeah, but usually what you see is you see that and then you see the guy come like completely unraveled.
Yeah.
Where Juju's just like, oh, I got passed by all the leaders. I'm just going to try to stay behind him and do the best I can.
And it was really impressive that he was up there all 3 races, I felt like.
I think second race he faltered just a little, but the third race he was definitely back.
You know what I'm saying? But like, pretty consistent.
For a rookie?
You know what I'm saying?
Like, come on.
Bro, he was in the futures.
Hey.
Last year.
Let's go, Juju.
Hey, let's go, Juju.
Kitchen. 6.4 second lead.
Oh my God, bro.
On the boys, on Joe Shimoda at the end of the moto.
Joe
did reel it in a little bit, but I'm sure, Kitchen was like, hey, I got this in the bag. Let me just make sure.
I know. And then, like, let's stay on the Joe topic for now. Like, I felt like this was Joe's best round this year that he's put together from, like, start of day to finish the night.
This is where I expected Joe to be at A1. That's the unfortunate part. And we talked about that on the last show. But this was definitely the most solid we've seen him, and this is kind of the riding that we expected. He's not hole-shotting, but he's up front.
But, dude, this is like the same song and dance for Joe. Like, we're past halfway of the series. We've expected this already. He's finally starting to click. He's getting his speed back. He's starting to be, the fastest person on the track. His starts are finally coming around.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's the same, like, guy. And Joe knows it, and Nick Way, his trainer, knows it. Like, they need to figure out some sort of switch coming in this outdoor season. I know I'm looking at outdoors already, but like I guarantee you they're on this off weekend, they're testing outdoors right now.
Oh, the championship's over.
Yeah, it's over for Joe. So right now, he's got to just be like, I need to figure out how to keep this pace, keep this intensity,
Yeah.
and bring it to outdoors.
All Joe's doing right now is just
trying to rack up confidence and maybe rack up a win or some podiums to finish out the season strong and freaking roll it into the outdoors.
100%. All about confidence.
Yes.
Let's talk about a guy we haven't really talked about. Thrasher. Big crash in Glendale where he just got ejected.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's been his kind of thing too. And he just hasn't. I like what he's doing by just kind of trying to be there every week.
Mm-hmm.
But you can, like, is this?
We haven't had that Nate Thrasher ride we get once or twice a year where he's the fastest guy on the track and just wins.
Yes. And I thought that was coming at the beginning of the season, and I think everybody thought that.
And I think Nate Thrasher thought that as well.
Yep.
And then it kind of bit him in the ass.
100%.
Just that one rhythm section, and then knocked all of his confidence, and now we're seeing kind of like a little rebuild.
I think he's in the middle of a rebuild too. Like that's another guy that's just okay. Move the focus to outdoor.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about like full rebuild, like an NFL like football team.
Yeah,
but you know his confidence has got a tear in it, and he needs to stitch it back. One stitch at a time, two stitches at a time, and it takes weeks, and it takes finishes, and it takes full main events without crashing, and it takes some good starts, and it takes some podium finishes to get back to like, all right, I'm going to win, this round. This is where my speed is at. I'm going to bring this momentum, and I hope he can just figure it out by outdoors again like Joe. Because now we're going into a 2-week break.
Yeah, but now you got guys that like Thrasher that are trying to come back and Joe that are trying to build that confidence. And then you got Levi Kitchen
that's
and
on top of the world.
Yeah, Jordan Smith.
And
Deegan,
RJ Hampshire.
Deegan, Hampshire, McAdoo, and the guys on the East Coast that are building confidence. So now you got to throw it in all those guys in the middle of outdoor too.
Yeah.
So
and we got a shootout coming up too.
So end of first race, Levi Kitchen first, Joe Shimoda second, Jordan Smith third, Hampshire fourth. Okay, race 2, Ryder D gets the whole shot. Ryder D over clears the second jump, and Lethal Levi comes in.
Dude, let's just stop it there for a second. If you guys are watching race 2 again, and you guys are wanting to improve your racecraft, okay, look at Levi Kitchen and the angle he hits that last double into single that goes across the start straight. His bike is at a 45-degree angle before he lands, so he could cut that corner and be on the gas. And when he's in the middle of that straightaway where those pit boards are at, he's already like 4 or 5 bike lanes in front of everybody, and it's because of the angle and his setup on that corner across the start straight.
Yeah,
and
but
that's one of the that's one of the biggest things I feel like that I've seen Levi do in the last couple weeks is just being relaxed enough to put himself into a situation that opens the door for that angle, for that speed, and making it a continuous thing where it's not looking rigid or it's just coming super easy to him, and it's a lethal place to be. And Kitchen's got it right now.
And you said it perfectly, and I just want to break this down just a tiny bit more. Levi Kitchen is so comfortable right now with his bike and his skill, and he has so much confidence over this class that he is literally, when he's in the rhythm, his head is at the turn, and everybody else is still thinking about what they're doing in the rhythm. And that's what happened. That's what you saw. Levi Kitchen was thinking, how do I get to the front? Ryder DeFrancisco was like, oh shit, I'm out front. How do I keep the lead?
Yes.
Totally different frame of mind and just completely different thought process and how it's done. And Levi Kitchen said, as soon as he came into the first corner, he was already thinking about he probably thought about it on the start line. If I can get here, get to the outside a little bit, that can get me set up for that next corner, and that's where I can get a gap so I can get a comfortable lead so nobody can mess with me, and I can ride my own lines and put in fast laps at the beginning. And that's what he needed, and he was a whole step ahead of everybody in his class.
Yes, 100%. And what you're seeing right now is rider with 100% confidence in his machine, and that machine and him meshing together.
Bah.
And I think that's going to roll over into the end of this Supercross season and into outdoors if they can get a good setting on outdoors.
And this is a bold statement right here, but all you guys out there, you are looking at the best 250 rider in the world right now, Levi Kitchen.
Hey,
and I'm a Deegan fan, but with Deegan coming off that injury, Levi Kitchen is the best 250 rider in the world right now.
And just on top of that, I just want to say, thank the moto gods for finally a lanky, fast 250 rider.
Straight up, bro.
It's been a while since we've seen some length on a rider. Like
on
Kevin Windham, Travis Preston, David Villeman. Like I'm talking about, I don't even know how tall Levi is, but he's definitely on the taller side of the spectrum.
Yes.
And I love to see it.
Okay.
Because with length, you can do a lot. Just how you can see even like Jet, use his legs, and it's pretty impressive to see. I was watching a lot of Race Day Live and seeing how comfortable Levi is manually that bike and jumping in and out of those whoops and making it just look easy.
Yeah, I mean, when Kitchen passed Juju in that first race, I'm pretty sure I'll watch it again, but he wheelied over the roller going into the whoops out of that 90 when nobody was even in that 250 class was even thinking of wheeling over the roller to get more speed. They're just trying to set up over that little roller into the whoops. But next thing, Jordan Smith, straight up could not catch Levi Kitchen. And then when Levi Kitchen talked on the podium, he talked about listening to Jordan Smith because Jordan kind of was staying with them at the beginning of that moto for a little bit. And then all of a sudden you see Kitchen leave him, and Kitchen, I mean, everything just seems to be going his way. He is comfortable enough right now to where he knows that he's the fastest guy. So if somebody's faster than him, he knows that they're doing something different to be faster than him. So he just stays calm, doesn't worry about, he's catching me. He's more worried about thinking like, hey, okay, where's Jordan catching me? I know he's behind me right now, but when does his bike get loud? His bike gets loud right here. Okay, so if his bike gets loud right here, that means this section he's pulling me. What are the different options that he could be doing that he's pulling me, reeling me in that section? What are my different ways to be able to do it? Then he's able to think during the race, okay, here's where I can change it. This is the different options I have. Let's switch it up. He switched it up, made the adjustments, and then found the speed and pulled Jordan Smith and won the second fucking race.
Yeah, and dude, that just goes back to how comfortable you can be with your bike and not being so locked in on one line. Like, dude, if anybody's race, it's so easy to get locked into one line and have tunnel vision, especially on a Supercross track.
Yeah.
With ruts like St. Louis that are ever changing, and to have the confidence to go out of that line or your main line and try something different while you're winning, while Jordan Smith, no slouch back there, is right on your rear wheel.
Yeah.
And be like, all right, let me figure this out. Let me go one line or let me go two lines over and let's start figuring this out. And he did. And he made the right decisions. And dude, he's got a clear head. And everything, everything's happening very slow for Levi Kitchen.
And when you have a clear head, that means everything else is easy for you, because that means you have
like I said,
the brain
happening slower.
Yes, you have the brain capacity to not worry about the whoop section, the triple out of the corner, all that shit. Okay, race 2, Levi Kitchen wins, Jordan Smith second. Joe Shimoda third, RJ Hampshire fourth, and then Nate Thrasher fifth. Okay, so on to race 3. Levi Kitchen hole shots.
Dude, what a night.
What a night. And then, like what, I think third corner, Ryder D. Bro, what happened with Ryder D? I don't think he should have crashed. And why did he sit down coming into that corner?
Yeah. Oh, like before the roller?
Right?
Like, I have no idea. Like
why
I thought it was
didn't we
one of the
stand up.
Well, like, I don't know why. Like, it was one of the weirdest crashes. Like, or like, bro, because he ran into Nate Thrasher, right? Or I forget.
I can't remember who he ran into.
Well, he ran into one. I think one. Of the
It might even have been Juju. Was it Juju in that little mess right there?
No, I thought it was a Star Yamaha. Whoever. Okay,
doesn't matter.
But dude, a tire is only 6 inches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, rider, bro. I've seen you ride, and I know how quick you are, but your reaction time and your decision-making skills needs to be better on that. Like, just go straight and survive and then cut back and then not lose a position or maybe even pass the guy on the inside.
Yeah.
Like, from the inside to the outside of the track is 22 feet. That rear tire was only 6 inches.
Yeah. And they were clustered right there.
Absolutely.
But I think that goes back to, riders just learning how to kind of be in the mix, and it's so chaotic, he's not able to think as clearly as he normally would.
And that track, Supercross gets really tight when you're not, 100% comfortable in that situation.
On the first lap, it gets really, really, really tight.
Yeah, after a triple.
Like, really tight. Okay, so RJ Hampshire. We're going to talk about RJ.
Can we talk about RJ and Jordan Smith?
Yeah, but we're going to talk about RJ first because in the second race, he starts out 7th, okay? In the third race, he actually gets a decent start.
Well, let's just start with this. Like, bro, he got the fastest lap time.
Yeah.
I thought, like, from the get, I was like, oh, RJ.
Yeah, that's why I picked him for
I'm
FFL.
like, bro, yeah. I was like, oh, this is RJ's night. He wants to rebound. He wants to win. He's got the speed to win. He's going to prove it in this Triple Crown and get this overall. I haven't seen any major, RJ moments this Supercross season. Nothing catastrophic, that we've seen in the past. But in the main events, I don't know if he went wrong in his bike setup or he just wasn't comfortable or he didn't get a good enough start, but I did not see the raw speed that I normally see from RJ where he can kind of get up to that, at least, top 3 every race.
Yeah.
And with Levi Kitchen hole shotting and then kind of running away, bro, like, lost more points again.
It's not good, dude. And his starts aren't even close to what they used to be. And like that was his strong suit, I felt like, don't you? And to get a 7th in the second race off the start and then have to come back. And then in the third race, you finally get the start and then you don't have the speed. That's demoralizing. And something I wrote down was he just looked terrible in the whoops. Like he had such a hard time keeping the bike straight compared to Kitchen.
That's what's like so crazy is, bro, there's only 9 whoops. And the whoops
I know,
are rolled
but they
over.
were jumping them, and they were all rutted out, and RJ was having such a hard time getting through them. And that brings me to my next point that I wanted to talk to you about. At what point do we call it quits with Husqvarna? Like, dude, I'm saying I know this is tough. I know, and they have a great relationship, and I understand.
Bro, RJ has always been super vocal about his bike. And if it was his bike, I guarantee you that fool is D-gaff on his bike and his bike setup. Like, he will let it know.
Yeah, but, bro, I think he's been on that bike for so long, I don't think he knows what a good bike is now.
Bro, he was second in the championship last year, and that bike has not changed. Those are the same settings that he had last year.
He hasn't won. That's my point. He has not won. And I don't think he can get the win on that bike. I really don't. Dude, I don't think that bike is good enough in the whoops and on it. It has this weird twitch to me. Like, look at Malcolm Stewart and Christian Craig.
The 250 and the 450 are completely damn.
Dude, they're
completely
pretty
different.
close. They're not polar opposites.
Bro, look at Chase Sexton in AP.
Yeah, but dude, they're on KTMs. They even have a little bit more different. But, dude, I am telling you.
Dude,
okay,
I think you're tripping.
Okay, so if you take RJ Hampshire, let's just give you a scenario. If you take RJ Hampshire right now, you start the season over, and you put him on a Star Racing Yamaha, does he finish the same or better?
I think the same.
You think exactly the same?
Yeah, because I think what happened this year, this is my take on it,
Okay.
is so Nathan Ramsey is his team manager.
Yep, we know that.
And they looked deep into the championship he did last year, and they're like, bro, here's the deal. You got plenty of speed, but we need to minimize the catastrophic mistakes of sending in the last corner, these kind of blow-up races.
Yeah.
And we need to be riding at like 95, 80%.
Yeah, but
and
I
not
disagree,
crash.
though.
But hold on. Let me finish.
Holding.
Okay.
Holding.
And I think he thought that if he did that coming in this season, like in his mind, he's like, all I need to do is like, I have the speed, I have the bike hasn't changed. All I need to do is focus on my starts and not crash. And I should be in this championship. And he's kind of done that, but he's had some, fifth place finishes while Levi is winning. And when you're trying to win a championship against a guy who's winning and you're getting third and fourth on some rounds, it's hard to catch up and make up points.
Yeah, and so this is my disagreement to what you just said. This is my rebuttal. Okay? I didn't think that RJ had the speed. Okay? RJ had the speed on paper, right? But RJ didn't have comfortable speed like Kitchen has. RJ had the speed when he was on the absolute ragged edge.
Yeah, but coming into
Can you let me finish? Can you let me finish? Yeah, that's what I thought. He didn't have the speed when he was on the ragged edge, and that's where I think if he had that Star Racing bike or this year's Pro Circuit bike, I think he doesn't have to push as hard to get that limit out of the bike to where RJ can bring it back to 95, 90% and win the championship, because then he'll still have the speed and be that 5% under what it takes to be the fastest guy. But still be better because he's on a better bike. I could be totally fucking wrong. I could be completely wrong. But in my eyes, from what I see, that Husky does not work as good as the Star bike and the Pro Circuit bike.
I'm just telling you, the Pro Circuit bike just started working.
Okay, hold on.
Last four rounds of outdoors.
This is my last question. This is my last question. Okay? If you had to run your fastest lap time on a Supercross track, and you had to pick the Husky, the Kawasaki Pro Circuit, or the Star Yamaha,
bro,
and so which bike are you picking?
That's all stupid.
I'm just saying, which bike are you picking? If you think they're all the same.
I didn't say that.
So what are you saying?
I never said that all the bikes are all the same.
Okay, so what are you saying then? What are you saying? Which bike would you pick?
I would pick the Star Racing Yamaha. Everybody on YouTube would pick the Star Racing Yamaha.
Okay, thank you. So why wouldn't you pick the Husqvarna? Do you feel that you'd maybe be at a slight disadvantage or no?
No.
So you think that you could run the same lap on the Star bike as you could on the Husky and the Whoops?
I think
Ty, be honest.
I mean, the Yamahas I've ridden, I think the power is going to be a little bit better for my liking on the Yamaha. What?
I mean, I'm just saying,
What's
bro.
Nate Thrasher's excuse? What's Michael Mosman's excuse? What's Jordan Smith's excuse?
Dude, their excuse is that they got chunks out of them, and they're not as, I don't think that they are as fast as RJ, straight up.
How do we know that RJ is not hiding an injury?
We don't.
Because, I mean, what I heard this weekend was Juju's been hiding an injury. Eli Tomac's been hiding an injury.
Yep.
Like, dude, these motocrossers, I mean, I get it. I've had injuries.
Dude, we're pretty much injured 24/7.
Yeah, I know.
That's the deal.
Especially at this point of the season, bro, everybody's got nicks and
some kind of
and
nick.
pulled something
All right.
all the time.
The last thing I want to mention is when Levi goes to win and they pull him off the track and the camera's like recording him, but he's not saying shit. He said, think I got fucking scared when I hit the lappers. If you guys watch if you guys watch it when they're not like recording audio and they're just like on him after the race, he's like, think I got fucking scared when I hit those lappers because he almost went down or whatever. That shit was funny.
RJ did get really close to him on the last race, and then Levi jumped the triple and RJ didn't.
Yep.
But, that's one race out of 3. Where were you at?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so race 3, Levi Kitchen wins, Hampshire 2nd, Joe Shimoda 3rd, Smith 4th, Marchbanks 5th, and then Levi Kitchen gets the overall, Joe Shimoda gets 2nd overall in the Triple Crown, and Jordan Smith gets 3rd overall. Right now, the championship is Levi Kitchen 156, RJ Hampshire -15, Jordan Smith -26, Marchbanks -35, Joe Shimoda -40, and Juju Beaumer -63.
And there's only 2 rounds of West Coast left? Or 1?
Let's put it this way. There's not enough rounds to make up 26 points. There might be enough for RJ if Levi
goes down or something.
Levi goes down or the bike blows up.
I mean, we did just see the 450s go from, 16 to 8 in 1 round?
Yeah. True.
So, I mean, it could happen. This is Supercross.
You never know. Levi Kitchen looks really good, but let's move on to the 450s. Oh, my gosh. What a night.
What a night, dog.
Let's just run down the freaking list right now.
On race 1?
On race 1. Hunter Lawrence gets the whole shot.
What?
Oldenburg cases the triple in the first, or was it first or second rhythm? First
rhythm.
Then AC wads up. Everybody runs over AC. Hunter goes down in the whoops.
Jet goes down.
Tomac leads. No, Jet doesn't go down.
Jet goes down in the first corner?
Oh, well, kind of. Not really.
He gets hit by Roxon.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'd call that going down.
Chase goes down?
He gets caught up. Chase did go down. Tomac leads. AP in the 2 spot, running like a madman. Barsh is in 3rd. AP, gets on the gas. Webb looks hot. Kenny's bike's smoking. Kenny's bike smokes, and then he almost gets ejected. Tomac finally starting to look like Tomac again. Then we hear a Jet interview in the middle of the race how he gets bored when he wins because there's nothing to learn. Okay.
I don't think that was the best time to run that interview, but
and then Jet cuts down a 5-second lead to 2.6 seconds.
And we see some raw speed.
Where do we even start?
Bro, give it up to Hunter Lawrence of, I think
putting himself in the running.
Yeah, putting himself in the running and being able to get up there and be healthy enough with that shoulder injury to run that pace. That's huge.
And he's doing it.
Yeah,
he did it in Seattle Heat, and now he's done it again.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing a little Hunter
progression.
Lawrence. Yes, Hunter Lawrence climb.
Big bro gang, baby. Big bro gang. Forget them little bros. What's up, boy? Big bros.
Oh, shit.
Okay, Oldenburg. Dude, he came up so short.
Do you think, because it looked like he came up so short that he hit a soft rut or kind of got cross-rutted? And
he must have got cross-rutted. That's gotta be what
because,
it was.
bro, Oldenburg's usually one of those riders who's on point.
Solid.
Does not make those mistakes.
Yeah.
Always one of the first ones to jump gnarly shit.
Yep.
And kind of super poppy and froggy in the rhythm sections. And to see him make that mistake on the first lap of the 450s in such a good starting position, worst case scenario, I would say that definitely ruined his night, confidence-wise.
Completely destroyed.
Mojo-wise.
Yeah, destroyed his night. Destroyed his night.
You never want to do that.
Okay, let's talk about AP tracking down Tomac.
Dude, AP was on the gas, dog.
Dude, did did AP get winded or did Tomac get better?
I think it was a perfect scenario for Tomac to get better, where he kind of had a little space when everybody went down and then started finding his flow, and then he just needed AP or anybody to kind of push him, and he started forcing that bike.
And too, I bet, now that I think about it, I bet it was really nice when he looked behind him and that wasn't the 18.
Yes.
When he looked behind him and he saw somebody pushing him and it was the number 7 of Plessinger.
And he's like, I got this guy.
Yeah, I can beat him.
Yeah, I've beat him like 100 times.
Yeah, I beat him before and I got it.
Yeah.
Tomac was on fire in that first race.
And I think, honestly, it was the perfect scenario for Tomac to kind of get his groove back with his qualifying time being in the top 5, and then, you know, having that extra gap where everybody crashed on corner 2.
Yeah.
And then saw Aaron Plessinger behind him, where he's like, dude, I've beaten this guy 100 times before.
Yeah.
Like, I got this.
Yep.
And then he was just starting to feel good on top of it.
Absolutely. Webb looked really spicy. Webb looked really good. But the big story from race 1 was Kenny's bike getting that hole in the radiator and then him cross-rutting. And
do you think that had any type of like mechanical malfunction, that mistake?
No.
I don't think whatsoever. I think it was just, he tried to push through a rut.
Yeah, and he cross-rutted
a little bit.
Yep.
And he just got super out of balance and it freaked him out.
Absolutely. And two, the save was incredible. The way his feet came off and the way he tried to adjust himself in the air like acrobatically and then still got it together, that was incredible.
And I just want to ask your opinion on it, because you're really close with the Progressive Suzuki team. Don't you think they kind of told Kenny to kind of roll the track and finish out the race and not charge as much because they saw the smoke? Or do you think that was Kenny's decision to roll the track and finish out the race?
I think that they informed him that his bike was smoking and Kenny made that decision on his own. You know, I don't think anybody from the HEP rig was like, hey.
I know. I wish that the broadcast did a better job of following that story. Like, I don't know if he went into the pit, like went in behind the mechanics area, or what got ran on the pit board. But right after that mistake, like 2 laps later, or not 2 laps later, but like 3 or 4 laps later, you see Kenny rolling the track and still out there. Where you're like, well, his bike's still running. I don't know what.
Yeah, do you think they told him to pull in, or like what happened?
Or did he pull in and like, or did he hear something and he's just like milking that bike, you know, to the finish line just to get a few extra points, or what?
Yeah. Jet, in the middle of race 1, they do an interview with Jet. And I'm starting to listen to it. And I'm like, wow, this kid, he's really gotten humble, you know, and he just seems like he is thinking about what he's saying more, and he's acting like, okay, you know, it's not that easy to win.
Yeah.
I've got my shit handed to me a couple times. I'm still doing really good, but, you know, I'm not just going to let it all hang out. And then in the interview, he says, oh, yeah, you know, and you could tell he was trying to be humble, and then just said, oh, yeah, I like it on the weekends where it's tough, like in Seattle where I can learn something, you know, because on the winning weekends, I get bored because I don't really learn anything. You know, and those were not his exact words, but that's what he said.
Yes. But I want to, if anybody's watched Race Day Live this past weekend, they had Dean Wilson on.
Yeah.
And Dean Wilson trains with them at, you know, some Florida, I forget it.
It should be the 83 compound, which is...
Yeah, the 83 compound, so their compound, right?
Yep.
It's not
Chad
the
Reed's
nest anymore?
No, Chad Reed's old house.
Oh, okay.
It's called the 83 compound.
Yeah. So Dean Wilson was on there, said, you know, I train with Jet. You know, it's so crazy to me. This is Dean Wilson talking. He said, it's crazy to me to, like, see Jet ride and how beyond his years are. and how experienced he is, and he rides with such intelligence on the motorcycle. But then when he takes his helmet off, he's a 19-year-old kid. And I think in that interview, in some interviews, like you just see that 19-year-old kid kind of come out where I don't know if he's just a loss of words or
he for sure is a loss of words. Like
and
he's
just
trying to be humble. Like you can see him trying to be humble. Like
but
at
he
the
like
beginning
just
of the
spits
interview,
it out, and
like-
it's just like, dog.
it's like, bro,
you should not say you're getting bored when you're
wrong.
at the premiere.
And I don't even think he wanted to say it, but just like the wrong words came out the wrong way,
Yeah.
and that's how it came out. You know what I mean? It's
Uh-huh.
just like, Jet, fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
Bro, you
have
are-
a plan going into the interview.
You're
dude.
not bored, dog. I mean,
Yeah.
even if you are, don't let us know.
Yeah, but dude, you're not bored. Come on, dude. Jet,
Hey,
if you're
Daniel
listening, which you're probably
Daniel
not.
Blair had a hot take saying that the only
Dude.
thing, that Jet has to face is him getting bored because he's already, dude, in his rookie season, he already
that
won
was-
24 motos.
Okay,
and up.
I love Daniel Blair, and I think he's excellent at the broadcast.
Mhm.
Like, and excellent with his takes. But I am so far gone on how shitty of a take that was. It's insane. Like, dude, Jet is not going to get bored and go to MotoGP.
Well,
Come on.
and two, I think
Like, I could see after 10 years, but not, like, he's not just going to go win and go undefeated 2 seasons and then quit. I mean, let's be realistic.
everybody just needs to hold the fucking phone and pump the brakes because this is motocross and supercross.
Pump
and
the brakes, boy.
anything and everything can happen. I mean, I don't want to jump ahead, but look at what happened in race 3. Like,
Boom.
that easily could have been a broken wrist. And he'd
Oh,
be done.
so easy.
He's done for the season.
And then he has to, I mean, he ain't bored this weekend.
You
He's got to worry about cutting down.
Hey, he's got to put that in the notebook.
Yeah, we got to
I
write
am
some.
not cutting 20 feet of the track down on the first lap when I have 15
I
riders
can't wait
behind
to
me.
get to that part. Not to mention, how about don't jump on the red cross flag? That
Ooh.
should be another note. But
Yeah.
let's keep moving on. Jet did cut down Eli's lead from 5 seconds to 2.6. The end of that race was Eli first, Jet second, AP third, Anderson fourth. Pretty damn good. Webb fifth.
Yeah.
That was 450 race 1. Okay, so 450 race 2. Just something right off the bat. Okay. Benny Bloss, what happened with the hole shot device?
Dude, I didn't even see it.
No hole shot device, just straight none. I don't like, you have time. Somebody needs to be inspecting that. That rarely happens, but like, come on.
Do you think it was a mistake?
I have no idea. I
Or
don't
do you
know
think
if
it's
it
like,
broke
oh,
off.
Bro, like,
I
need
don't
to
know
work
if
on my
it-
starts.
I don't know if it broke. No, there's no way Benny Bloss is doing a start without his hole shot device.
I mean,
Period.
maybe it broke. I don't know. the
And two, who
manufacturer.
knows how that thing rigs up on the beta?
I mean, I got
What kind of hole shot device are they using? Is it brand new?
Works connection or
No,
some other, maybe a different one?
We definitely can't assume.
Yeah.
Okay, so Justin Cooper, Jet gets a start, and Justin Cooper makes like an instant pass. Really, Justin Cooper gets the whole shot, and then Jet makes the pass in the rhythm after the whoops.
Yeah, but good to see Justin poke it in.
Oh yeah, and Justin Cooper was fast in qualifying,
Dude.
like not messing around. This kid, dude, Justin
And this
Cooper
is like
has
his
some speed.
This is his like full year on the 450 class.
Dude, Justin Cooper is going to be somebody that's going to end up being very good on a 450.
And I think everybody seems to forget, bro. He's really good at outdoor.
Yeah.
I know this is a common topic right now about outdoor because, dude, you know what everybody's doing on this break?
Outdoor testing.
Outdoor testing.
100%.
Even if you're in the championship, you're doing outdoor testing right now.
Yep.
Nobody is
okay.
taking vacations or anything. Maybe for
No.
1 or 2 days in your local town, you get to go fishing or golfing. But I guarantee you on Tuesday, they have already scheduled outdoor testing.
100%. Because I saw Hymas outdoor testing with who's the Canadian champ?
Oh, Fasciati?
No, Fassi.
No,
That's so old. Come on, bro. That's bringing back the times. What's his name? God, Derek Schuster's the team manager. God, how come I can't think of it? He's number one, dude. I know exactly.
Who you're talking about.
Oh my God, I gotta look it up on Instagram. But anyways, I saw him practicing outdoor with him.
Mm-hmm.
I
seen the same video.
And so
Chance Hymas looks really good.
Yeah, Chance Hymas looks great. But, they're already in full outdoor swing.
Yeah.
Like, guaranteed
100%.
they're doing 30-minute motos.
Yes, 100%. But getting back to 450 Race 2 was a phenomenal ride by Eli Tomac again. Puts it out in front again, right?
No.
Third.
No, gets into second and then tries to hunt Jet down and does for a little bit.
Yeah, but, keeps it close.
Keeps it close for a while.
Yes. Where, I don't think anybody's done that all year. Kept it that close on his rear wheel. And Eli Tomac was pushing. His bike setup finally looked comfortable.
Yeah.
And kind of holding his own.
Dude, he was. He was actually riding Tomac-y.
Yeah. Don't you think, did you ever look at Tomac's setup this past weekend? Didn't it look a little bit more like Tomac-esque, where it was really
a little softer in the front?
Yes, where he kind of braked and his nose dropped down, and but the bike was still stiff enough where it totally didn't go back to the rear wheel.
Yep.
It still had some support.
But is that because Tomac was riding like Tomac again? And that's how the bike looks? Or do you think that was a setting change? Or do you think that was because of the ankle injury that he sustained, and now he's finally, like he said, he's getting his balance back and he's feeling like himself again?
I think a little bit of both. Because when that ankle injury, he was fighting bike setup and he was kind of on the search. And I think they found a little something to get him more comfortable. And then he's finally the bike's getting there. He's getting there.
Yeah.
St. Louis is a really good track.
Dude, I just don't know why these guys search so much with their bike setup. How could Tomac be searching that much when he's on the exact same bike? If I'm Star Racing Yamaha and I'm Jeremy Coker, I go like this. Eli, this is exactly what you were absolutely smoking these fools on last year. This right here, this exact setup.
Bro, you know the answer to this. Everybody that races professional motocross, everybody is a head case.
I know.
And if they get something stuck in their head or a feeling they want, they're going to go searching for it.
I know, but dude, if I'm Tomac and I know I won on that setup last year, then at least I can blame it on me.
Yeah, but the problem is, Adam, is Tomac is 31 years old now.
Yeah.
Going on 32,
Yep.
and he wants what he wants.
Yeah.
And they're going to search for it for Tomac because they know if they get Tomac comfortable and gives him what he wants and what he feels, the motherfucker's going to go win just like this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the hard part, right?
Is
you got a guy that's so good that if you get the guy, whether it's a, what do you call a pill that has nothing in it? You know what I'm talking about? Like a dummy pill.
I don't know. I don't know.
I know what it's called.
I don't know where you're going.
It's even for Eli Tomac, if you give him something and you say you put it on the bike and it does nothing.
It's like a dad going
saying
to fix a little kid's bike where there's nothing wrong with the bike, and then the kid coming back and saying that bike was so much better, but the dad didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything. And you just, Tomac, if you can get Tomac to think in his head, just like Ken Roxon and all those guys, if you can get them to be happy somehow and feel something that they like and have confidence in it, they'll go do it. But it has to be, without a doubt, 100% believable in their mind.
Yes.
And that's the hardest part for these teams.
And I think that comes with age more. Or I don't know if that's just more Chad Reed era, because Chad Reed was always like that. Like, you always knew, like, if Chad Reed had his setup and he felt good on his bike.
Yeah, he was going to do good.
Good.
But, you know, that's one of the points that we
where
brought
you
up
just have
with
to find that little ounce of confidence.
Yeah.
And those champions like Ken Roxon, Eli Tomac, or even like Cooper Webb's, you know, does it a little bit more often. But when they find those confidence on those certain days, they can make it happen.
Yeah, but I think that's the difference right now between the guys who win the championship and don't win the championship. It's like I wrote this down, and it's about Kenny because he switched bikes to that race number 2. And you know how particular Kenny is with bike setup. If he doesn't have the bike setup, then you might as well call it a day. You know, if you don't believe in it. But if you want to be a champion and you want to win week in and week out, you have to figure out somehow how to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah, but
you have to be better at it, which is so hard to do because just like you said a minute ago, they believe if they're comfortable, they can win. And when they're not comfortable, they believe that they can't win.
I know,
so
but
it's
you know
so in their head.
You know how it is. Like, I mean, I was never at their level where I was like in the championship.
And neither was I.
You know, but you know how shitty it is when you're feeling something on the bike that you don't like on a harsh spot or like a deflection your bike gets, and you know it's there, and you still got to go out and do your motos. Like, you get like so in your head pissed off, like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
Even like
so frustrated.
So frustrated because you're putting out all this effort, all this energy, and then the bike's still not doing what you think it should be doing.
Yeah.
And then it just compounds. And, you know, and too, I don't know, like, we got to read the AMA rulebook a little bit more. Can you go from one bike
yes
to another bike
yes
back to the original bike?
Oh, I don't know.
You know
but
what I'm
in
saying?
Triple Crowns, you're allowed to tech 2 bikes, so I'm assuming you can do whatever you want.
But can you go from your first bike?
Yeah, and then go to the second bike and then go back.
And then have the mechanics fix the original bike, and then the third race go back to your original bike?
I don't know. If you guys know, put it down in the comments, but I doubt you motherfuckers know.
I doubt anybody knows. I don't even think AMA's got the answer to that one.
I did point out these boys were +6 on Webb, Eli and Jet.
I know. They
were
absolutely laying it down.
Lying. Dude, like, I was watching them.
It was good
and
to see Eli, like, elevate to that level.
He did get pulled by the end, and
just a little bit, though.
Jet was +3, but he knew.
He didn't get dropped.
Yeah, he definitely didn't get dropped, and he knew that at least he was still in the running last moto.
Yeah.
And he knew that if he could save himself too, that maybe he had that extra at the end to give Jet a run for his money in the third moto.
Yes, absolutely.
So, you know, like to see Jet going that fast was pretty to see Jet and Tomac, I mean, going that fast was incredible. Like if you guys get a second to watch race 2 when those guys are putting those fast laps down, really go back and watch that. That's magic right there. That is magic captured on Peacock. To see those guys go that fast, I mean it was a really fun
race to watch.
That was the elite of the elite speed. When you're putting +6 on the guy that just won the Triple Crown Series and is in second in the points,
that's pretty.
You're
tough.
going fast.
Yeah.
Results for race 2 are Jet is first, Eli second, Anderson third, Sexton fourth, Webb fifth. But we haven't even talked about the biggest issue of the night.
The penalties.
The penalties.
Huge.
So let's go over that. Right now, Jet gets penalized 2 positions for jumping on the red cross.
Mm-hmm.
Anderson 4 positions for doing it on both laps. Sexton 2 positions, Webb 2 positions, AP 2 positions. You think they don't like Anderson or no? I mean, I
get it. He jumped on the white and checkered flag.
But damn.
Damn.
Okay, so Hunter was 7th at the finish and gets moved up to second place.
Hey,
Eli second.
Upgrade.
What? Eli gets moved to second, and then Barsha goes from 8th to 4th.
Damn. Hey, another upgrade.
Come on.
Let's go.
Okay, so we talked.
Let's just start here. How many times have you ran into a yellow flag, white flag, checkered flag situation? Just yellow flag. I
don't think it's ever happened to me.
I think I've maybe done it once or twice.
Yeah.
And I only really remember once it ever happening.
Yeah.
Like mistakes around the finish line area, it's usually so simple that it never happens.
Yeah, it's not often that there's a red cross flag or even a yellow at the finish.
Yeah, unless some like mud race where the guys crash on the backside of the lip or something.
Yeah, like it's that. Very rarely, especially we're talking not just we're not talking just yellow flags on the finish. We're talking about finish line, white flag lap, or checkered flag lap.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
Or even like in the area of the finish line. The corner after, in the middle of the finish line. Because that's where, like, if you guys didn't notice, Vince Freeze was crashing the middle of the finish line double.
Yeah.
And there was medical units in the middle of it. And
kind of on the middle right.
On the middle right. Yeah, like we can say that they were out of harm's way, but we don't really know.
Yeah.
We saw people down there, or I noticed people down there, and that's why the red cross flag was out.
Yeah. And, the hardest part about it was like the jump goes to the left and there's ruts to the left. So if I'm coming out of that corner, my eyes
are on the ruts.
Yes, are on the ruts. So by them not waving that flag and by waving the checkered, you're definitely looking at the checkered, then looking at the cross flag. So maybe that's why it was too late for Jet. He looked checkered because that's moving, and then the red cross flag is just kind of sitting there. So you go checkered first, finish line. Well, you go finish line ruts, then you look over, you see checkered because you've already seen the white, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, shit, red cross flag.
Yeah, you're not. And, I always do this. I've never looked at the checkered, like, directly at the checkered, unless I had, like, a long straightaway or a jump before the finish line. Like, out of the corner, I'm so focused even on the checker flag. Like, I see it in my peripheral, but I'm, like, I don't ever focus on the waving
I don't, like,
checkered.
turn my head and look at the checkered flag and be like, oh, yeah, that's
because
checkered.
Wherever you turn your head, that's where you're going.
Well, not only that, but you've seen the white before, too.
Yes, exactly.
And you're looking at the timer on the Jumbotron thingy in the middle of the track, the big tower. Mm-hmm. You're looking at the timer, and that's, like, if there's no time on that thing, you got either white or checkered left.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So the solution, there's a lot of shit going on.
A lot of shit going on. And
a lot of bad rap
funny,
that everybody's getting.
I know, but it is funny that, like, I think it's funny anyways, that Jet, not Tomac, Anderson, Sexton, AP all jump on the red cross flag, but Eli Tomac doesn't, Hunter Lawrence doesn't, Justin Barsha doesn't, and then the other 15 guys don't do it.
Yeah, and that's something that we also talked about.
The red cross flag was up for multiple laps, as we seen that Jason got docked for twice.
And the other thing is like, people are complaining, well, like, if you got 6 of the riders doing it, or how many did they have?
They had 5.
1, 2, 3, 4. And so if you had 5 of the riders doing it, then, why, there's a problem.
You should check your system.
There's a problem. What about the other fucking 16?
And too, like, what other flag do you want out there?
Or 17 riders? Because there's 22, right? Am I calculating right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what other flag do you want out there for wheels on the ground?
Yeah, but I think the problem with the whole situation is that there isn't 2 guys on the finish, because there has to be a designated guy to do the checkered flag and the white flag, and then there needs to be a designated guy for the red cross and the yellow, which they just found out for the first time that they ran into this problem in Supercross probably ever.
I've seen it in practice, I think, more than racing.
Yeah.
I think racing, I've seen a couple like yellow checkered or yellow white flag scenarios, but it's like super rare. Like I'm saying, like I've seen maybe like once or twice, like, 2 times a year.
Yeah. And so Gypsy Tail's solution is helmet comms. Okay.
Like F1.
Like F1. How the fuck is that going to work? Like, okay, first of all,
Channel 1, Jet. Channel 2, Hunter.
Okay. No, because you have to notify them all at the same time.
No, you
don't. Number two, that
you
means
have to notify them when they come up to the section.
Yeah, but is this a requirement from the AMA or is this a suggestion? Because if it is a requirement,
that's up to the AMA.
You need 22 guys to man 22 riders, and actually 40 if you really think about it, because everybody that makes the night show.
Yeah.
Because you can't just yell in a dude's fucking ear during the middle of the race and be like, red flags out in this section. You'd be like, no, and off the fucking track into the stands.
No.
That's what I mean. If there's one AMA official,
do it.
If there's one AMA official, dude, imagine you're coming up to a face of a triple in a rhythm with 7 ruts, and the guy goes red flag right when you're like at the gnarliest point. Well, that's a major issue. You can't have one AMA guy.
That's already too late. That's like seeing the red cross flag when you go the lip.
No, imagine if you're on the red cross is on the opposite side of the flag or the opposite side of the track, and you're in the rhythm on this side. And one AMA guy communicates to all the comms in the helmet and goes, red flag on the triple on the lane 4. And you're fucking tripling in the fucking
That's why
ruts.
That's why the AMA guy can't have all the comms.
Exactly. So that means you need 40 fucking 450 comms, guys.
Adam, what are you talking about? I just said you can have a channel 1. Each team manager has a comm and has a different channel for each rider.
Okay. So how would you notify? So say you got 2 riders, right?
Yeah,
well, the 2 riders, the 2 riders aren't at the same part of the track.
Yes.
So who the fuck are you watching? So you're watching Hunter on that side of the track. Well, what happens if something happens to Jet on this side and the guy goes down over here?
Bro, that's a shitty situation, but
that's what I mean. So
about
if it's
one section of the track.
Yeah, but you're talking about 2 different riders. You're not listening to me. Dude,
you're not listening to me, dude.
No, Hunter is on the left side of the track. Jet's on the right side of the track.
Yes.
Say it's at the finish line jump.
Yes.
Well, what if you're looking at Hunter, right? And then all of a sudden the red cross comes out at the finish and Jet's 2 feet away from it.
Well, 2 feet away, it doesn't matter if you have a comm or the red cross flag comes out, that dude's fucked.
Actually, it does matter because here's my solution.
2 feet.
This is why my
before
solution.
You come off the lip, you think Jet Lawrence is locking up the brakes 2 feet before the lip.
Okay,
when he's going 60 miles an hour, he's going to lock up the lip.
It's not 60, it's like 30.
Whatever.
Last corner. So say it's it's the turn before the finish like they were, and they couldn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be able to communicate that fast enough. But what would work, which is my solution, this is my solution. Mm-hmm. This is what would work. So you have the light bars on the front of the bike.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm. What
if you put, just like your ignition, you put a red and a yellow right by your bar pad that are little lights that are just indicator
like how Christian
lights.
Craig had it on his bike to tell him to breathe when he won the championship.
Exactly. Just like Christian Craig had it, but you hook it up to those leader lights, and the AMA guy has a trigger or whoever. When there's a red cross on the flag, you hit the button, and your bike has a little red light that lights up on the crossbar. When there's a red cross flag out, the fucking thing lights up, notifying you that somewhere on the track, there is a red cross flag out. And then there's a yellow light for a caution flag that could be out on the track. So if the thing lights up yellow, that means there's a yellow flag somewhere on the track. If the thing lights up red on your handlebar, then it's notifying you that somewhere on the track there is a red cross flag, and be aware.
2 problems with that situation.
There ain't. Hit me, though.
Okay. 1.
Let me debunk this shit.
Okay. 1, I just, right off the riff, dude, standing up over the bars like we all are on the whoop section and in the rhythm section sometimes. You are not even, you can't
Okay,
even
put it on the
see-
fucking front fender.
You can't even
Put it on the
see-
fender where the little ignition thing is.
Shh. You can't even see the handlebar. Okay. Second thing, you have a human operating this system now. And when you have a human operating the system, now you have human error.
Yeah, but dude, it's just like
Here's
a flag.
my solution.
Okay, let's hear
Here's
yours.
my solution.
Okay.
They already have time loops for segments. Why don't we just add a couple time loops for segments, break down the track by each section, and now you have a board with sections broken up where you can just be like, all right, section 1 has a red cross flag, and then that light when it crosses the beam on that time loop, that red light comes on. When they're out of that section, the red light's off. You are good to go and race again.
Okay, so you are using my lights.
I'm just updating and making it better.
Oh, so you're using my lights, though.
If you're going to use that dumb idea, I think that would be the way to use it.
So we put the ignition light indicator on the front fender where the ignition thing is.
I don't think it can go on the fucking front fender. That would look retarded.
No, dude, you know how they have those rev meters on your front fender right at the base?
Yeah, but they also have rev meters.
Yeah,
So
well,
you can't have the rev meter and then a yellow and a red light indicator.
either way, it needs to be on the front fender area or on that handlebar area, no matter what. And there needs to be a red light and a yellow light. And I do agree with you. You have it broke down into sections. And in that section, when it comes up, I'd rather have it notify me earlier.
And this would solve the problem about passing before, after the red cross flags. Like if that light is on,
Boom.
if that light is on, no passing.
Boom.
Red light
Dude, we're
is off.
fucking geniuses, bro. Fucking
Hey,
Mike
Nation,
Pelletier, hire us, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, Thule, where you at?
Like, come on, Mike. We just solved all your problems, bro.
Yeah. I mean, that would be a good one. It would take, the only thing that I could see AMA not happy about, it just takes a little bit more leg power and more electronics, like setting it up.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, though. They already have the leader lights. If they have a leader light where every single bike has those leader lights.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
You can't tell me.
That's the thing. Like, we have to know, like, I do not know how the leader lights turn on. Is it a guy turning that light on?
Yes. No, it's not a guy turning that on, but every single bike has an attachment that goes behind, I think it's behind the front number plate, that has like an external battery, and you just run it off that.
We need to look into that more, because I don't
Dude,
think,
I saw it on Kenny's bike. They put LEDs on the front, and then it
Yes.
attaches to this box.
Uh-huh.
And you can't tell me that you can't take that fucking leader light and attach it to two more little fucking lights on the crossbar that can fit unison bikes, because a handlebar's circular, and get those things on handlebars. You should be able to get those things on every single rider's handlebars, no problem.
Yes, I'm not arguing with you there, but there's got to be a better system in place than a guy trying to hit buttons in sequence as the rider gets out of the red cross flag section.
No, I don't even think you turn it off, period. I think it's just a red light indicator that there is a red cross flag on the track.
And you're just saying that light is just indicating that there's a red cross flag somewhere on the track.
So you keep the flags, and the red light is just to notify you, like, hey, bro, heads the fuck up. There is a red cross flag somewhere on the track. You keep racing, but it's like, bling, hello, red cross flag somewhere, pay attention.
I mean, I feel like that's a little overkill, because I mean, if I was freaking in the main event, I would be like, okay, where's this red cross flag at? Where's this red cross flag at? Where's this
Exactly.
red cross flag?
And that's what you want, Because if Jet would have known there was a red cross flag somewhere,
why not
he
just
wouldn't
put
have done that.
some red lights in front of the finish line so the flagger doesn't have to put the red cross flag out if there's some guy down in the middle of the track, in the middle of the finish.
Because then you could get, obviously red lights would help on the finish line, but then you could get more specific and you're notified where you're notified that the red cross flag is out and you only have to be slowing down and rolling jumps where the red cross flag is out, and then it's done. And that way the riders are aware so they can be ready for it to come up.
I don't know. I mean, it could be a good idea. I mean, I like the light thing on the handlebar, but it needs to be fine-tuned. I don't think the red light needs to be
fine-tuned.
I don't think the red light needs to be on the whole entire time the red cross flag is out on that section.
Well, this is something that's not just going to come and happen overnight and just be perfect.
I'm just saying,
you know what I
the
mean?
21st fucking century. We should be able to figure out how to turn on and off a red light on a dude's handlebar when he's in and out of a section that the red cross flag is on.
I agree, but you have to start somewhere, and that's my starting point. I agree that 100% that you should have those loops, just like they have loops in the race, where once you cross that section, when you get in that section, the red light comes on. But I think maybe even the section before, you should be notified that, hey, the section before, red light on, it's coming up. That's where it's going to help solve the problem, because Jet's whole issue was he wasn't notified before to be like, hey, bro, heads up, red cross flag.
I would say that was...
Then you're looking for it.
I was Jason Anderson's whole issue because he didn't see it twice.
No, I think Jason Anderson saw it both times. I just think he followed suit and saw the rest of the guys jumping, so he jumped.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot harder when you're in a battle and the guy in front of you jumped it, and then the guy behind you is on your ass, and then he's about to jump it, and then you're supposed to lock up. Like, I'm not going to get hit because I'm not jumping on a red cross flag.
Okay. Moving on. Eli Tomac gets the whole shot. Jet Lawrence, Justin Barcia, the T-bone of the century, bro.
Dude, on the Richter scale in California, I
that's
think that
like
was
a 9.5.
Yeah, it was like a 5-1.
Bro. Dude, you know what my question is like, this is my question for you, bro. I don't think that was intentional by Barcia by any means. No, it's not intentional.
Dude,
but
if anybody thought that was intentional,
you're an idiot.
You're an idiot. Because they're so lucky that they did not break something.
Yes.
Bike or body.
But here's the big but, okay? Like Latina, okay? Why is it always that Barcia and fucking Vince Freeze are in the mix when it comes to T-bones? Like, dude, why is it always them? Like, at some point, we can't go, it wasn't Barcia's fault. Because, like, that's Barcia's MO. He's always extra aggressive, which puts him in an extra aggressive situation,
I know, but
which makes it happen.
It is the first lap. And in Barcia's defense, you don't think of someone cutting across the whole entire track on the first half a lap.
Okay, then how come it didn't happen to anybody else? And the race before, Tomac cut down to the inside.
Tomac, the race before, had a little bit of lead.
Either way, Barcia and Vince right there with the T-bones.
Yeah, but
like,
Barcia,
dude, there's a
you could
freaking...
tell Barcia wanted to cut down on the inside because he must have passed Vince right in that next corner. And
or the corner before.
And he wasn't going to give Vince an inch of that tough block to re-stuff him because you know Vince was going to T-bone him up.
Imagine if Barcia goes to the outside and Vince hits Jet.
Oh, my God.
Because that's what would have happened.
Yes.
Vince would have hit Jet. Like, oh, my God, dude. The repercussions of freaking Vince Freeze hitting Jet Lawrence would have been astronomical if Barcia wasn't there to do it. Oh, my God.
Yes.
Wow. I didn't even think about that. I mean, it was cool though. I will say this: the apology from Barsha was tight.
Yeah, we saw that.
Even though I was like, I called bullshit because Barsha.
No,
like,
I feel like
no,
you could
bro,
totally
hold on.
tell
Let me
Barsha
talk.
felt bad.
He did. But Barsha also said, I don't ride like that. And I was like, Barsha, come on, bro. I know you don't ride like that, but you ride like that, bro.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we all seen the pass out Malcolm's tour on what he did last year.
Like, okay, Barsha, we know you don't mean to purposely murder anybody, but we do know you ride pretty damn dirty. Like, it is what it is. It's Barsha.
Yeah. Unfortunately, but
We're
God
just glad
damn.
Jet
Hey,
is
but
okay.
That's why I love Supercross, dog. Contact sport.
Contact sport, bro. Shane McElrath had a good start. Hunter Lawrence gets his first 450 podium.
Hey, let's go.
Dude, and he rode good.
He rode really good. I mean, I gotta admit, his podium interview was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel like the Lawrences like know what they're doing because like Jet's been winning so much. But then even Hunter said, it's super cool to be up here with, Cooper Webb.
Yeah,
and
like
Eli
his
Tomac.
idols.
Yeah, and his idols and shit.
That was sick.
And that's the older brother of Jet. So
Yeah.
like they talk about that shit during the week and shit.
For sure.
So that was cool.
That was actually really cool. Yeah, I don't know. Eli Tomac, 3.5 seconds with 5 minutes left. It looked like Tomac became Tomac again. And then I think the only other thing to really talk about is like Sexton hasn't tucked front all year long.
And I want to talk about what? Where are you going?
But the thing is, this is the but like what happened when he goes outside, he tries to triple, he doubles, and then he doesn't jump the triple. Like, did he cross rut? Did he brain fart?
Did he not get lined up perfectly? Like
what happened?
Yeah.
And then Cooper Webb, shoo,
yep,
right
gone.
by. See ya.
And then never passes him back or
Nope.
gets close enough to
Nope.
make an attack.
I know this is off subject a little bit, but I'm just going to run this little snippet. And we're not going to talk about it much. But in race 2, did you notice, this is race 2, did you notice when Jet was putting pressure on Eli, or when Eli was putting pressure on Jet, sorry guys, when Eli was putting pressure on Jet cased the triple again. Isn't
Yes.
that weird? Like, he's done that a few times where it's just like this weird brain fart.
Yeah.
When he gets pressure on him, it's like this weird, like
He,
why
like-
has he cased the triple?
I think he's trying to get a little extra speed out of the jumps, and he just mistimes them.
I know, but like it's only when he has pressure on him, and it's like a big case on the triple. It's not like a little bit. It's like short. But going back to race 3, Eli Tomac on the last lap, dude, he gets so freaking, the crowd gets so freaking loud. It's insane. And then his podium interview where Eli Tomac questioned himself and was actually like stoked to be back and he felt like his old self. That was pretty freaking crazy. And then later comes out in the interview and says, I hurt my ankle and he has these problems. How weird was that?
That was super weird. And
like the
it
champ.
kind of makes sense now because it definitely seemed like Eli Tomac was in kind of a funk zone. And I kind of just chopped it up to the, him kind of taking it slow, getting back from the Achilles injury, and kind of making his way back into full race speed,
Yeah, absolutely. The crowd going wild, like I said on the last lap, was really cool to see.
Oh my God, it was so loud.
Dude, it was
like
so
you
loud.
could hear it.
Yeah.
It was sick.
That was epic.
I was like, oh yeah, Supercross is back with Eli Tomac winning.
And then so race 3, Tomac wins, Webb gets second, Sexton third, Hunter Lawrence fourth, Ken Roxon fifth. Good bounce back. And then overall was Eli Tomac, Cooper Webb, Hunter Lawrence for the podium. AP gets fourth overall.
Nice.
Sexton fifth, and Jet gets eighth.
Nice. I mean, not nice, but it like
better than 21st like he did in the last moto.
And I mean, I hate to say this, but it's nice seeing the championship at 8 points, like single digits.
So let's get to that. Season points: Jet 244, Webb -8, Sexton -20, Tomac -29, and Roxon -42. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, the championship to me, in my eyes, definitely isn't over, especially after that weekend. But I don't know. I mean, is it finally time for Cooper Webb to make that last minute spurt and kind of get it done? Or does Jet come back after this weekend and really put it to him after that weekend off when he has that time to recover? Like, does Jet come back and kind of put the dagger in the situation? Or is this finally the time for Cooper Webb to regain his stance as the champ?
I think Cooper Webb has to regain his stance. Like, he's got a whole shot, and he's got to take Jet Lawrence to the high corner like he did in A1 and be like, I am going to fight you tooth and nail like Ken Roxon.
Yep.
For every lap and every inch of this championship, because I'm motherfucking Cooper Webb, two-time Supercross championship, two-time Supercross champion, and I know how to win championships, and you're just a rookie. So little kids, sit down and let the big dogs eat.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. All right, well, that's it for racing. We'll get to the last couple segments. We're gonna zoom through these because we went so freaking long.
Yeah.
That dog.
We had a lot to talk about.
Hey, that dog.
Row, 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 row.
Levi Kitchen. One. Let's go, baby. That dog.
That dog.
You get that dog all day when you go perfect at a Triple Crown.
He's drinking that monster.
Oh, that monster. Man, he's looking spicy out there. He just looks so on point with that PC bike. We don't even need a 450, that dog. That dog went straight to Levi.
You said it yourself, dog. Lick it.
Oh, lick it. All right. Does the zebra keep his stripes? Does the zebra keep his stripes or lose them? Who's the rider?
So, did RJ Hampshire, did he change his stripes? Now he's not Crash-O-Matic, but a little bit slower. I mean, not sloper. God, me making up words again.
Yep.
But so is this the new RJ we're seeing? Is this the new zebra we're seeing? The kind of
new black stripes. The more conservative RJ
the more
Hampshire?
conservative RJ Hampshire that's not throwing it away.
Damn, bro, get your words out.
I know, I'm just fumbling right here.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, I think so. I think RJ...
You don't think RJ kind of steps it up in this 2-week break?
No, I think RJ does step it up, but I also think that RJ doesn't crash out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think RJ is just going to go back to his old ways and be like, crash, 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 crash. I think RJ has earned his new stripes. The old ones are gone. I think RJ Hampshire is new and improved. New and improved in certain ways. Like RJ Hampshire is new and improved in the way that he's more conservative and he's not crashing as much. But RJ Hampshire is not new and improved necessarily because to me, he doesn't seem like he's as fast.
Yeah. And my point of this is he needs to take some stripes from his old zebra and put it on his new zebra of...
So we need like a happy medium.
Yeah, we need a happy medium of zebras.
Damn, bro.
I mean, that sounds stupid as hell, but we need a little bit of old RJ back of gutsy, balls to the walls in the first 2 laps to get up in that, fighting position, but we need the calm, consistent RJ to finish the race and not crash.
We're too one-sided.
We're too one-sided. We need a happy medium.
We're too conservative.
Because I think RJ's got the tools.
But in the second race, I felt like RJ was sending it when he passed Thrasher. Like, when RJ passed Thrasher, he had to have gotten like 2 inches away from him and still tripled in that rhythm section. And it's almost like it's got to be the right time that he has to put that in. And one of the things that he had before that he needs to get back is his starts. It's like if he can't get out front, he can't start 7th and beat Levi Kitchen. It's just, I was going to call him Eli Kitchen. He's not going to beat Levi Kitchen if he starts 7th. You have to be in front of Levi and then do the RJ Hampshire thing and ride the track so effing wide, it's insane. And just get him so frustrated that he wads himself up.
Yeah, I mean,
that's your only option.
It's going to be really hard to beat Levi Kitchen if he keeps on doing what he's doing right now.
Absolutely. It's going to be so difficult. I don't even know. I don't even know what RJ's going to do or how he's going to do it, but I do agree with you that he needs to kind of mend both of those stripes together and become one colossal RJ Hampshire that is the great of both RJs, the new and the old, combining into one super RJ. You can do it, RJ. We love you. We love your riding style. We love everything about you. We want to see you win. You deserve to win.
Hey, let's go fly rider, RJ Hampshire.
All right, well, that'll do it. Track Talkers episode 2.
Woo, baby. We're going to take next week off, but we'll be back after the next
everybody's
Supercross race.
taking next week off, so we don't have a show to talk about.
Yeah,
so
exactly. But
we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yep.
And thanks for listening.
Hell yeah.
Like, subscribe, comment. Track Talkers episode 2. Peace.
Peace.